When I work with organizations to elevate the mindsets of their employees, one of the most common questions that I get is mindsets a function of age? In other words, as people grow older, do they become more growth-minded, more open-minded, or maybe more fixed-minded or more closed-minded? I generally think that the people who ask this question is they have a leader that is a little stuck in their ways. Maybe they're a little bit older, they're more fixed-minded, they're closed-minded, and they're wondering, are they stuck because it's their age and there's nothing they could do about it? Or if mindsets aren't a function of age, is this still something they could do something about? So with this in mind, over the last 6 months, I've been collecting a bunch of data to look at how mindsets may change as people age. And I recently ran the data on this, and I came away with 3 really interesting findings that I want to share with you. So first, what we found is that for 3 of the 4 different sets of mindsets that I focus on, there's essentially 0 correlation between mindsets and age, which to me says that mindsets are much more a function of effort in terms of developing our mindsets, as opposed to a function of age. And this pertains to fixed and growth mindsets, closed to open mindsets, and prevention to promotion mindsets. Now, that leads me to the second finding, which is around inward and outward mindsets. Is we did find that there is a positive correlation between age and an outward mindset, which means that as people age, they tend to grow more outward, which means that they tend to see others as being just as important as themselves. They tend to see others as being people as opposed to objects. For me, one of my main takeaways is particularly for the younger demographics, is this is maybe a really unique way for those who are younger to stand out. Is if they could develop more of an outward mindset at a younger age, they're gonna stand out and apart from their peers. It could be a form of developing themselves in terms of their career and in terms of their impact, whatever their career may be. The third really interesting finding was around closed to open mindsets. So what we found is that the peak for open-mindedness was in their 30s. What we also found is that the bottom for open-mindedness was in their 40s. So what we saw is this peak into their 30s, dip down to the lowest level across all different decade age gaps, and then they popped back up quite high into their 50s. Now, I don't have all the answers for why we may tend to bottom out in our 40s, but to me, that's really interesting. And it suggests to me, and this is my working hypothesis, is that for many people, their 40s is a really busy time. There's a lot on their shoulders, which may, as a result, cause them to be more closed-minded. So I'm still interested in looking into this further, but those are 3 of the main takeaways that I found in my research on the relationship between mindsets and age. If you have any thoughts on this matter, I surely welcome them, as I'm eager to explore this further. Thank you so much.